Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Milwaukee Beer Review. As always, I'm Josh.
And I'm Ross.
And today we have what might be one of our first repeat episodes, at least within a couple.
Yep.
So last year we reviewed one of our local favorites in the Fermentorium. We reviewed their Sweater Weather series. This year we are doing it again, and it is unique this year. Completely random new variants.
Yeah, it's awesome. I love what they do. So,
yeah, Fermentorium is one of our favorite breweries in the area. They brew their Sweater Weather every year, released around Black Friday. So this year they've got their same base Sweater Weather plus 3 brand new variants for us to try. So we're going to try all 4 of them here on this video. So Ross, tell us a little bit about what we're trying first.
So first one is their base Sweater Weather. So it comes in at 9.2%. So this is a milk stout. So it's a little bit different than we normally do. We do a lot of barrel aged and Imperial. So this is a milk stout, so it's slightly sweeter. We went into way too much detail on how milk stout was in last year's Sweater Weather episode, so the link will be below. But I don't think there's much more to say than this. It's a base variant of a milk stout, so let's just dive right in and get a little nose on it.
Yeah, a little milk stout for the holidays. So let's get a little nose on it. Definitely like those traditional stout characteristics.
Yeah, a little smokiness to it, a little slightly sweet, but you know, there's no fluff here. It is a milk stout, and it's what it's meant to be. So
with no adjuncts in it. I mean, you definitely get traditional like smoky kind of characteristics to a stout.
Yeah.
Like you said, a little sweetness behind it, decent lacing and even head retention.
Yeah, really,
on this.
Milk stouts tend to be much thicker in style and thicker in beers and everything. So
yeah, that lactose adding to it.
Exactly.
Pretty standard milk stout.
Yeah.
Let's take a shot at it.
Cheers.
Cheers. Oh,
it's got that nice like sweetness to it. It's weird because it's definitely a thick, full-bodied beer, but it doesn't feel heavy. I know it sounds really weird.
Yeah.
But it doesn't feel like it's like filling and heavy behind it.
It's definitely got those lactose characteristics to it, right? It makes it really smooth, kind of milky.
Yeah.
The viscosity on it is a little bit up, but it doesn't, to your point, it doesn't feel heavy. It doesn't feel like, there's no syrupy character to this where it's just like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Like, it's just really drinkable. The kind of the smoky, oaky notes to an Imperial Stout kind of linger through the back end of this beer, along with maybe a hint of vanilla, I think, kind of coming through the back end of it. That's a darn solid standard milk stout.
And what I think we've talked about this other videos, actually very recently we talked about this videos where from a base standpoint, while it's really, really good, it's really well done, it sets itself up really well for variants. It allows itself to, there's no dominant thing here where it's like if I throw something else in here, which we're about to find out, the base won't take over from everything else.
Mm-hmm. Totally agree. I think this is really good. For a base milk stout, and just for what this is supposed to be, I would probably put this at about a 4. I don't know what we rated it last year. I have not rewatched what our rankings were of the base Sweater Weather last year, but I think a 4 is a really darn good score for this for a milk stout. This is solid. And 9.2% is nothing to, you know.
God, no. Yeah.
I mean, that's nothing to, you know, scoff at. I mean, that's still pretty well up there.
Especially for not something that's barrel aged or like listed as Imperial. I'm going to agree right with you, though, with the 4. I mean, looking at this, now I actually maybe read the back. It does say Imperial. Actually, this says the Imperial milk stout. So it is the Imperial. I apologize. It is Imperial with Mexican vanilla. So that's definitely where we're getting some of that vanilla taste to it.
Yep.
And I should have looked at that beforehand.
It's boding well for our mystery beer videos we're going to record later today.
So I think a 4 is a really good score. I think, again, I think similar to some of the series we've done very recently, I like the way it's very good, it's very flavorful, but nothing's so overpowering where if we add adjuncts to it, this will take over. So I think this is a great start.
I think you mentioned in our Advent Calendar series that you didn't quite imagine a milk stout being above like 6%.
Correct, I did.
This is the complete opposition to that.
Rule, yeah.
Yep.
So proves that I know.
Yeah, really good stuff. So, beer number 2. I am so excited I get to announce this one because Ross, his favorite adjunct in beers, if you didn't know this, if you've not watched the channel, is blueberry. So this year, we get to try what Fermentorium is calling their blueberry sweater weather. So this is the base sweater weather that we just tried, along with blueberry. So they took their base, carefully knitted Imperial milk stout, and added some fruit. So this is their first foray into a blueberry beer. What could be better base than a velvety, roasty stout for the bright little berries we love? So, with that being said, this is a blueberry addition to the base Imperial milk stout that we all know as sweater weather. So let's get a little nose on this, Ross. See what you think.
Let's do that. Yeah. Thanks a lot, Fermentorium. I love you guys, but...
Oh, the blueberry scent is so good. Oh, I love it. Ross, what do you think?
It's blueberry. Like the blueberry.
What do you have against blueberries?
There's just a lot better fruits out there.
Is there?
Yeah.
Like what?
You could have done cherry, you could have done watermelon, you could have done raspberry.
Watermelon?
You could have done strawberry.
Please don't do a watermelon stout.
I would rather do a watermelon stout.
Ugh. Oh, this smells really good, actually. I'm really pumped about this. This smells fantastic.
It smells like blueberry. If you like blueberry, you'll like the smell in this.
I mean, look, we tried... Do I still have the bottle?
Lizard of Cause.
Lizard of Cause. I might have gotten rid of that. So we got Lizard of Cause. We we reviewed that probably 6 months ago now from Founders. Much heavier blueberry scent on the nose than this. This is a little more faint. It's more blended into the milk stout characteristics, but definitely blueberry on the nose. So let's give it a shot.
Yep.
Cheers.
Let me go first.
Go ahead.
So, it's very, very blueberry forward. It's very sweet. If you like blueberries, this is actually going to be something I think you're going to really enjoy. I'll be honest though, the blueberry isn't as like prominent. It's very blueberry forward, but it's not like based off the sweater. I'm tasting a lot of the blueberry. I'm all over the place. I don't like blueberry at all.
Honestly, I think this is way more blended into the milk stout than any of the blueberry beers we've tried historically on this channel. I think, personally, definitely that blueberry sweetness is there. The sharpness of the blueberry is a little bit there on the front end. The back end of this definitely lingers blueberry notes, but it is much more subdued, I think, than even like Lizard of Cause was. Like, you get a lot more of the roasty Imperial milk stout kind of notes to it than you get blueberry. That being said, blueberry is definitely the prominent character, as it should be. It is
Absolutely.
a blueberry milk stout. So, honestly, I think this is a damn good variant. My personal opinion.
No. And like, here's what I'll say is like, it's a well done beer. I mean, if you like blueberry, I think blueberry, it's there. It's definitely there. There's no doubt that this is a blueberry beer. If someone were to, I think, do a blind taste, I think they would say, yep, that's definitely blueberry on it. It's a really, really, really well made beer, and it's such like a difference between the base that we just had. It's clearly the base with blueberry add, which I think is really well done. I don't want to like knock it because my score is not going to be great because I just don't like blueberry. I just do not like blueberry. But like, it's a really, really well made beer. I think if people who like this style will really, really like it. I'm going to put this at 3 though. And it's just because I don't like blueberry. It has nothing to do with the quality of the beer. It's just my personal taste on this one. So.
I think because of you, I'm going to put this at 4 1/4. I mean, quite frankly, I think this deserves a better score than that.
That's a good way to rate beer.
But look, like I probably would put this at a 4, but I think it's inching towards that 4 1/4, and I'm giving it that extra little bit to 4 1/4 just because of you. So
I really look. I think end of the day when after every video, our wives drink all the beer and they rate it themselves. I think they're going to be much, much closer to you than they will be to me.
I agree, because I'm right.
I think that's... I was about to say that's fair, but I don't want to agree with that. It's literally just a taste of like, I just don't like blueberry.
That's fair. But honestly, that's fair.
It's a well-made beer, and like my score does not reflect the quality of this beer.
The blueberry milk stout is my black IPA to you.
Perfect. Yep.
That's fair enough.
That's fair.
Okay.
So,
good deal.
yeah.
So what the heck is up next?
So next is a very big difference here. We got the English Toffee Sweater Weather. So this one is the stout with the Mexican vanilla, as stated in the first one, with the toffee added. This is definitely really different from anything you've done, I think, from the last year. They didn't do anything even close to this. So I'm actually kind of curious on this one. This one I'm probably the most interested on, because I don't know really what to make of it, don't know what to think of it. So
yeah, we tried on the channel, if you watched, we tried the Midnight Toffee from Untappd, which was pretty darn good, very toffee forward. I'm very curious to see what this is, because with a milk stout, I feel like toffee plays even better.
I agree.
With a milk stout like this, and then you got that Mexican vanilla character to it. I feel like this is going to be pretty decent. Yeah. But
so, I don't think we mentioned the blueberry one, but the milk one, the base one comes at 9.2%. There's no other percentages on the rest. We're assuming these all come in at 9.2%, or right around the same number. So,
which makes sense.
Yeah.
Yep. So let's get a little nose on the English Toffee.
Oh, good Lord.
Whoa.
That butterscotch and that kind of like toffee note really comes out in this one.
Now again, yeah, definitely on the nose is toffee, kind of the English butterscotch you mentioned. Definitely those characteristics are there. It is not as bright on the nose as the Midnight Toffee was from Untappd. So if you've tried that, this is not as fragrant on the nose as that beer is.
Now, was that a milk stout or is that a barrel-aged stout?
That was an Imperial stout, not bourbon barrel-aged or not barrel-aged.
Was it milk?
Milk stout.
It wasn't.
It was a milk stout.
Excuse me.
But pretty high ABV, like 11. You okay?
Hiccup?
You need to hiccup more?
Shut up.
You need to burp you?
It's all the blueberry coming out.
Oh, so much blueberry. It smells good, though. I mean, it's the right nose.
Yeah.
For this, based on what we got from the blueberry, it's the right nose on this.
And if I got a toffee stout, this is exactly what I want to smell. I mean, to your point, like this is what I want to smell on the nose. So.
Yep. There's like vanilla toffee for sure on the nose. Check it out.
Cheers.
Cheers. Ooh.
Oh, that's really good.
That's solid.
So there's so much like toffee notes coming on the nose. I was a little worried about how much like overpowering it would be. It's not as like prominent on the palate, but it's I think that's a good thing. Yes. It's there. It's subtle. The milk shell comes out, but that toffee note really kind of comes through subtly in the beginning and really kind of powerful in the back end.
The toffee vanilla character, actually, I feel like it's more vanilla than toffee, which actually I love.
That's really good. That's really good.
The toffee characters are there, but it's more vanilla, and it lingers. Like the back end of the beer is very vanilla forward, which is, we've talked about this a million times on this channel. That is up our alley as far as stouts. That makes this extremely good to me.
Yeah.
I love the vanilla characteristics coming out of this. Front end. Man, it starts with vanilla toffee. The toffee kind of like bleeds out. The vanilla lingers though.
Yeah.
Like that's what I get out the back end of it. Like this is really good.
This is good because this is a great, like this one is really very much where like you get the base within the toffee. It's kind of nice how you can almost get both things right off the bat and everything.
This actually reminds me of the creaminess of the Car Bomb from last year, but without kind of the like bit of bourbon character that was there for that. This is
really good. This is one where I like when I saw the variants come out, like I was excited for the first and the fourth one, as you can see here. I wasn't excited for the blueberry. This is when I was kind of like, I have no idea what to think, and like I'm really enjoying this one. I think this one's really well made. If I got to put this one on Untappd, I'm going to say 4.25. I think this is really, really well done. I'm pretty surprised how much I like this one.
This might be one of the better milk stouts I've ever had. I'm going to put this at a 4 or 5.
Okay.
For a milk stout to be at this level, this has just got all the character. One of the things I love about what Fermentorium has done with this series is that the base sweater weather is not forgotten in either of these beers.
It's
like it's there, and the adjuncts are just kind of a secondary character to kind of add something over the top of what the base beer is. It's amazing what they've done with it. Honestly, it's really very, very well articulated, very well done. This is damn good. 4.5 from me.
I think that's a good score. I have no arguments there. So
good stuff. All right. So the last beer, which I am the least excited about. Now, we've tried different peppermint, mint beers. I've had different things in this category. It's not my favorite style. However, I would love for Fermentorium to convince me something otherwise. So we are going to be trying this year's variant, which is the mint chocolate sweater weather. So according to the can, this is brewed with Mexican vanilla, cocoa, and mint. I think that's kind of what you expect here. So layers of chocolate malts and cocoa are woven with bright mint to evoke springtime cookie binges or snow-capped peaks for some reason. That's what it says. That's what it says. I'm just saying what it says. So this is the mint chocolate sweater weather.
See, and complete opposite. This is probably the one I'm most excited about.
Really?
I've had some mint beers, and like I think peppermint versus mint. I mean, I get they're two different variants, but like I've had some really good mint beers. I've had some bad ones too. So I think like if they're done well, they're really, really good. If they're not done well, they're not. So this is one I'm excited about. So
yeah. Let's get a little nose on it and see what we think. Mint chocolate sweater weather.
Oh my God, it smells like a Girl Scout cookie. It smells like a Girl Scout cookie.
It does smell like it, yes. What is it called? What are those ones?
Thin mints.
Thin mints.
Thin mints.
That's exactly what it smells like.
Yeah, I mean, there's no other way to describe this. It's a thin mint.
Yeah,
and that's what I was hoping for. That's exactly what I was hoping for.
Pretty much dead on the nose, thin mint. Wow. This is the strongest nose out of all four, easily.
Easily, yeah, absolutely. And the other two weren't faint.
No,
it's not like you couldn't smell the toffee, or couldn't smell the blueberry.
Yeah.
This is it's prominent. This is probably the one where the first time the base is really buried.
For sure.
So.
All right, let's give it a shot.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, that's so, like, I don't know what your thoughts are, but, like, this is what I was hoping for. This tastes like a Thin Mint, in my opinion. There's definitely the mint prominent, but there's a chocolatey fudginess to this one in the back end, too, that I'm getting.
Yeah.
That makes it, like, it really kind of puts it over the top.
Definitely like a cookie breadiness out the back end too. Mm-hmm. That really this is a Girl Scout cookie with alcohol in it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
For those Girl Scouts that love their alcohol, here you go. I'm just saying. Isn't there like a badge for it?
Stop.
I thought there was. I don't know.
So, I mean, I got to really hand it to Fermentorium. I mean, not to override this, but like everything they said these are going to taste like, they taste exactly like they're supposed to. And to your point, using the Mexican vanilla in the base adds something to every single one that makes it more unique across the board.
Yeah.
This probably, of all the ones we've had so far, I'd probably taste the base the least. But it's definitely there because it settles everything out. Because the mint and the chocolate don't completely take over. And it's not so overpowering where it kind of ruins or spoils it.
Yeah.
And I think this is such a well done beer. I really like the way this one came out.
So I'm not the biggest Thin Mint fan. Like Girl Scout cookies are okay to me. They're fine. Thin Mints are not my favorite. I still think this is a really good beer, though.
Yeah.
I would actually put this at 4.25. I think kind of the dark, kind of creamy milk chocolate notes to it. The mint is there, but it's not like crazy overpowering. And then kind of the breadiness of the cookie nature to this out the back end makes it really good. I still prefer the English Toffee over this, but I think this is damn good. This is better than the blueberry, better than the base. I think it's earned a 4.25.
So this is definitely my favorite of the four.
Okay.
And I think it's really, really, really good. It's not good enough for me to put it at 4.5. I'm going to put it at 4.25.
Sure.
But I like it more than the English Toffee. So I guess the English Toffee was slightly maybe below a 4.25, and this I put slightly above a 4.25. There's just not enough there for me to put at 4.5, but it's really, really good, and it's everything I wanted out of this beer. Like, I was so hyped up for this one.
Yeah.
I'm so happy it meets my expectations.
This is way better than I thought it was going to be.
And that speaks volumes, because you had said, I'm just going to say, like, when this came out, you were not excited. You were excited for that one, but like, I don't want anything about mint, so I'm happy to hear that you really like this one.
I'm not a big mint fan, but I have to give this thing all the credit in the world for what it is. It's damn good. It's tasty, super tasty. Yeah. Really good stuff.
Yeah.
So, really, really fun doing the Sweater Weather series, now our second year in a row.
Yeah.
This is a lot of fun. Thanks, Fermentorium, for being supporters of the channel. Obviously, you guys did not provide us this. We're going to buy this every year, regardless of whether you give it to us or not. But this is really fantastic stuff. We enjoy this every year, along with a lot of other stuff that the Fermentorium puts out. So thanks for continuing this fun series every single year and making it unique every year, because none of these variants existed last year. So really fun stuff in the Milk Stout series. Check us out on the rest of our social media. We are on Facebook. We are on Untappd. We are on Instagram. We are on Twitter. We are also here on YouTube. So like, comment, subscribe, hit the little bell icon. You will get notifications every week as we release new content to the channel. So thanks for checking out our stuff. Thanks for supporting Milwaukee Beer Review, and we'll see you in a future episode.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
In 3, 2. Fuck. Oh my God. Okay. In 3,